minds of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Illini, Memorial Stadium in Champaign, Illinois. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on another team from the ACC, the Illinois Fighting Illini. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. Illinois about to kick it away to get things started. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the TCU Horned Frogs offense will take the field first. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team. I am going to take my shots and give...
Oh, he's got some space. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Snap to the back. Slithers into space. Got the first down. Looking for more. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Creates a little space. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number one. It was priority number one. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Open space at the 25. They bring him down, but that's why you give them that Wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Hard running there. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start.
Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab and took it on in for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. Let me tell you, that opening script was a masterpiece. Send that baby to Hollywood, and it's a blockbuster.
I think so. And A-listers all over the field for this offense. You saw some of the playmakers they've got and the speed. Great job going out and executing on that opening drive.
The Fighting Illini take possession, and their offense will go to work for the first time. They got an incredibly efficient performance from this guy last time out. Now, Jesse, it's about making that a consistent thing.
Yeah, I think the most impressive thing watching that tape back from his last game is the ball never touched the ground, David. It was amazing. And it wasn't that he was so accurate throwing the ball deep down the field. It's just that the ball was always going to the open guy. He did a really good job checking it down, taking the profit when it wasn't open downfield. That kept the offense on schedule. That's really important for this offense today.
And when you're watching it as a defensive player and coming to this football game, man, you know this is going to be a challenge. I better get pressure on this guy. If I let him feel comfortable, you'll see another day like last week. I mean, that dude was accurate. Almost every ball was caught. They were in rhythm. They're going to have to find some creative ways to get him off his spots and make him feel uncomfortable.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Illinois needs a big play here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. The punt team makes its way onto the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. He wants to change this route. Motion from the wideout. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
To the air, it's Hester. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Back has it. Breaks the tackle. Got a little space. Turning it on. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Snap to the back. He's in open space downfield. They finally make the stop, but the defense out of sorts against that Wildcat, and they give up a big play. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. And the extra point makes it 14-0.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line. Understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Illinois offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
Talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to start fast. This offense, man, not only have you not put anything together, the defense hasn't either. This game has gotten away from them early. They need to do a better job of protecting their quarterback.
Going to swing it on second down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, for this defense, finally, you're seeing pressure on the quarterback. They're outside the top 50 in sacks per game. They've been waiting to find some more consistent pressure to help them win games, and they're getting it in this game now. 3 sacks on the day. They're just simply winning and doing a better job executing up front at the point of attack.
Illinois lining up to punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He'll haul it in right around the logo. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. He'll toss it. Past the sticks and still on his feet. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out.
Breaks into the open. Rumbles all the way down to the 6-yard line before he goes out of bounds, and he gives them a 1st and goal. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, TCU! These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He'll go out of bounds at the 27-yard line, just couldn't quite shake free. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's 2nd and long.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early in the first.
And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
From the gun, the running back has it. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this, already up 21-0. Caught near the sticks. It's Bobo. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Hester. Throws for the tight end. It's caught. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, 1st and goal.
See, I like this tight end because he's not just running flat routes and little stick routes and drags. This guy can get vertically down the field. He showed you his speed there running the crosser.
What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Looking, headed to the end zone, and he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
Man, what a picture-perfect start to this football game. Like, offense doing their job, defense getting the ball back, and this offense, I tell you what, it is an impressive unit to watch. They were good on tape all week studying them. They're better in person, and they are out the gate strong in this first quarter.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This is a team right now playing with tons of confidence because of how much their defense is dominating. Just look what they did the last time they took the field, and look what they're doing early in this game. They've got dudes flying around making plays. They are a tough unit.
They'll run it from the gun. Runs through it and runs through another one. Right down the gut of the field. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Fighting Illini. He would not be denied.
Love the play call offensively. They knew the defense were crowding a lot of bodies close to the line of scrimmage, and once they were able to get into the second level, all they had to do was make one guy miss and get one good angle. And with the speed that ball carrier has, man, that thing was a sure shot touchdown.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. That's the end of the quarter, and TCU has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. They largely dominated the first quarter and built a nice lead to get started. First play of the period will be a second down. Wide receiver comes in motion. They'll go right back to the run.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Looking for a man. It's Hester. Unloads to the right. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
The Horned Frogs send out the punt unit. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. That is not helpful at all as the ball goes out of bounds right around the 35-yard line. And what great field position to start. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Wants to throw on first down. Fakes to grab. Not just hard-nosed running, that's cement-nosed running as he gets it to the 25. You know, when you get off to a tough start in conference play like these guys have, sometimes the temptation is just to try to get through it, play out the string. How can they turn it around?
Well, they just need to put a game together in all three phases for 4 quarters, and they haven't been able to do that yet this year, especially, David, when they've gotten an ACC play.
Yeah, and they've struggled. It's not the start they wanted, but what do coaches talk about? Like, when you get some adversity, how are you going to respond? And how do we finish the second half of the season so we can build on it for the future? It's not pretty, it's not fun, but let's finish strong throughout this conference play.
They're trying to run the football, and there's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Takes a shot as he lets it go. Touchdown, Illinois! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
Nice job by the quarterback, hanging in the pocket, hanging in there. He knew he was going to take a lick. He took the lick, delivered a strike, and got the score.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
He has the first and still on his feet. Racing down the left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, TCU! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
The Illinois offense returns to the field. There's still plenty of time, but you see that 21-point deficit, and there is a sense of urgency now. Running back searching for a hole. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
And you hear about run blitzes. This is exactly what a run blitz is. When you know the ball's coming up the middle, you want to bring those linebackers, get them closer to the line of scrimmage, and fire. Right when the ball snapped, he's coming downhill, doing a good job creating a loss. That linebacker really knew what was going on.
Well, that's one the DB, I think, would like to have back. Out route, he was in man coverage. If he could have just got out of his break a little bit sooner, he might have had a chance to intercept that one and take it to the house.
The Fighting Illini needing to move the sticks on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. They get to him as he throws. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. 3rd down, that was critical for them to get off the field, build momentum, build some confidence. Nice job that time by the defense.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Inside the 10, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Horned Frogs!
And that's exactly why you do play action. You freeze linebackers, you freeze safeties, you open up spots on the field and take big shots. The offense capitalizes and gets the big touchdown.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a 1st down. Let's see if they can put something together here. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
And with that incompletion, man, this crowd, I don't know that they are really happy about what's going on. I mean, they already built a deficit, and they don't have a lot to cheer about. They got to get some kind of rhythm, something going.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
You know, it's funny. That's probably the most discombobulated the offense has looked so far in this game, right? After watching that incompletion there on 3rd down, they were just up and down the field earlier. Tremendous rhythm, tremendous balance. Everything their play caller was dialing up was working, lighting up the scoreboard. And all of a sudden on this last drive, just not able to piece it together. They've got to be able to turn the page and get back to how they looked earlier in the game.
TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They torch this defense with an explosive passing play for us. There he goes. Makes it past the marker. He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Direct snap. Finding open areas. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
Yeah, and you could see the running back, man. He was smelling the end zone. Nice cuts, nice job getting all the way down the field. And he gets so close to punching it in, and you could tell he wanted to, but pushed out of bounds at the 2. And guess what? 1st and goal from the 2, this offense will take it.
And the defense sold out to stop the run, and they do here on 1st down. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. They'll keep it on the ground, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, TCU. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
On the move from inside his 5. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Looking to throw on first down. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. To the air on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. You can't wait for this game to be over.
Ridden out of bounds at the 45. A big play for this offense. Illinois coming back to the line with a 1st and 10. Wants to keep it in the air. Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. The offense will quickly use a timeout.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in a rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Quickly out to the tight end. They stop him short, and we'll have a big 4th down coming. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Turning it on. He's inside the 40. The 20. He's at slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
But man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch at the midfield logo. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been taking in a magnificent scene there today in Champaign. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Memorial Stadium.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Horned Frogs will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. What could go wrong did in the first half, and they start this third quarter at the bottom of the mountain.
Man, that was bad. That was a frying pan to the head. That was a TKO. It was awful in the first half. Flush it. I got to start doing something right. I got to find some positives. I get the ball first to start this possession, try to put a scoring drive together.
The only thing you can do at this point offensively is just make sure your best players are touching the football as often as possible. You recruited these guys. You got guys out of the portal. You put your faith in them to make plays. This is a time to go out and do it.
They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. New set of downs after the completion. Tackled at the 43 after picking up 10.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
And you want to talk about gang tackling. Everybody on the defense run to the ball. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking downfield, it's Morton. Hit as he throws. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the second half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
The Fighting Illini facing a 3rd and long to keep this drive alive. Throws to the wideout. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot. They bring the punter onto the field now.
Number 16, on to kick it away.
Pretty solid coverage there, and they'll stop him at the 26. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. Breaks into the open. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, TCU!
And this offense picks up right where it left off. Scoring points, creating a big play. First drive of the second half, no problem. Don't worry about halftime adjustments. Just keep doing what you've been doing.
Illinois, 14.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him 1. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. To the air, it's Morton. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. There he goes. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. Whole situation changed after that last big play. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 39. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
I think the thing that's so impressive about this defense, it's not just the athleticism and the ability to get to the quarterback, it's the variety in the ways they can do it. Sometimes it's a 4-man rush, sometimes it's a 3-man rush, sometimes it's all out.
And the pressure gets to him again, another sack.
This has been a frustrating day, and I'm not sure it's going to get any better. You're already down huge. Listen, this offense can't protect this quarterback. They don't do anything right now. This defense has had their number all game long.
TCU will send its offense back onto the field. They're starting this drive with a massive lead, and they just want to finish strong. And some room to work. There he goes. And it was lights out after that. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot. That he makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The Illinois offense returns to the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of there, you-know-what.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Looking to throw, it's Morton. Caught near the sticks, it's Eaton. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. It'll be a 1st and 10 from the 29. Caught over the middle, it's Buck.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so he bid up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
Second down, he'll throw it. And incomplete on the deep ball. This is a hard game and a hard position to play. But if you're the starter at this level, you cannot miss that throw.
No, you can't. And they don't miss that very often. I mean, those are the throws that usually see big plays on. The receiver gets a step, gets open. That's not one that they...
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
It's just part of playing the position, and that's an interception this young man's going to learn from. That's the first interception he's thrown in his college football career, and guess what? It's probably not going to be his last. You got to turn the page and learn from it.
Back has it. Finding an escape route. Got enough for the first down. Off to the races to the right. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown! TCU! That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive, just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run.
Oh, he's got some space. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Illini just added to its workload after that last play. It's second and long.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Illinois now facing third and forever. Looking to pass. It's Morton. Stands in and takes the hit. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Illinois lining up to punt this one away.
Number 60, on to punt it away.
Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
He's going to let it go. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
The Horned Frogs will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not afraid to go deep. And it's incomplete. The long pass downfield they couldn't hook up. The Illinois offense returns to the field.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Brings up
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
Defense came on the field with fresh legs, and here on just the second play of the drive, they're able to get a sack.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. And wings it incomplete.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. These last couple of drives, Jesse, have been about the defense making clutch stand.
I think for this offense, they can stay aggressive knowing that their defense is going to bail them out time and time again here.
Yeah, and especially when you go for those 4th down situations, you do that a lot of times because you know your defense can make stands, make stops. They did on that last possession for you.
5 wide receiver formation on 2nd and 9. Rushes on him. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. They'll bring him down, but a big play to put the final touches on the 3rd and send us to the final period. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through 3 quarters for these two guys. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. Back to pass, it's Hester. Looking for a huge play. They've avoided the interception all day, but they're lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
That's caught. It's Bobo. And he'll go out of bounds, and this aerial attack just continues to carve this defense into tiny slices. And the Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. He leaves it with his back. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Yeah, and if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
Got him downfield. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
When you're going to run a comeback route, you've got to sell like you're going deep, and that was a great job there by the receiver, really making that corner think he was running deep down the field. So he got the corner to turn his hips, turn his shoulders, and then the receiver was able to just pivot.
Touchdown, Horned Frogs! And they take it in for 6 more points. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big CUSA matchup for you. New Mexico State delivered the type of thrashing generally reserved for homecoming games in Las Cruces. Thing is, this was a road victory, and a win like this is going to resonate throughout CUSA. Never a dull moment when it comes to football in Conference USA, and that certainly held true again today.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. To throw, it's Morton. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Well, this drive probably won't help them pile up yards, but they could get points quickly, starting it with a 1st and goal. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. The Horned Frogs are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll set up to throw. He's got it on the move. Touchdown, TCU! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They extend the lead here in the 4th, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Gets the back moving. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Great style points on that catch, but they didn't pick up any yardage. So now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Grabbed behind the line. It's Eaton. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And what a job by the defense, seeing the quarterback throw the football, break on the football, no space allowed. As soon as he catches it, defender meet ball carrier and gets him on the ground.
Got out of trouble and throws. On target. Now well within striking distance as that 3rd down play gets him a 1st at the 29. And how about this call and excellent timing between the quarterback and running back on the angle route?
And how nice is it, Reese, on offense to have running backs that can catch the football, right? In these types of situations, on 3rd down, they can help your drives continue. They can give another element to this offense the defense has to worry about. This running back really is a weapon.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Morton. A safe call on the wide receiver screen. Slips a tackle, and he's got room.
Screen pass just not working there. And you figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz. But because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Pocket breaking down. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. Illinois runs the punt unit onto the field.
Number 60 in punt formation to kick it away.
Excellent job on the punt. Bounces out of bounds at the 5, and they'll have 95 yards to go in front of them. And the Horned Frogs are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Throws to the tight end. And they won't make the connection, looking to make a big play there.
Well, I always say this, when you're backed up on offense, those are some of the best opportunities to take deep shots. In all likelihood, the defense is expecting run. You're going to try and buy yourself a little bit of real estate, so they're playing press man coverage, and that's when you want to take advantage of that coverage. But the defense doing a really good job on the back end that time, being in position, forcing the incomplete.
Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a 1st down at the 22. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Caught close to the marker. It's Bobo. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They are still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking downfield, it's Hester. Punts it out of the air.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Catch in the middle. It's Castellanos. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. The Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Complete to the right. Defense knocks him down immediately after the catch, but now they're facing a goal-to-go situation from the 7. And the Horned Frogs have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. Wide out trying to get it in. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. And they'll send 5 wide receivers out, maybe creating some room for the quarterback to run. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. This is one of those momentum turning points. If this defense can force a field goal attempt, that is a victory for them. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back.
False start of offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Play number 10 on this drive, and it's 3rd and goal. Got his man on the right. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the 1st down.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. They've already put this game in a hammerlock, and now they'll go for the submission hold on 4th and goal. Wants to throw. It's Hester. He's going for the goal line. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down. Here comes the Illini offense back onto the field. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start.
The heat got to him, and he just sort of froze and got tackled in the end zone for a safety. They'll get set for the free kick after the safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll snap it from the 37 for the first play of this drive. Motion from the wide receiver. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. They'll run play action. Gonna take a shot. He's got it inside the 15. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. So close to cashing it in for this offense. He wants it all. And give him another 6. Grabs him for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Pure domination all game long for this offense. Whether they've been running the football, whether they've been throwing the football, critical down and distances, situationally all up and down the field. This defense has had no answer for these guys. What an impressive performance by the O.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Dropping back, it's Morton. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long, early or late, up front. Moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job, or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give us up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that. He lobs one high down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Illinois lining up to punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Throws toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Man, that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game. And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He lets it fly. He makes a grab. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense. And they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the 4th quarter.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. The Illinois offense returns to the field. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, that you're talking about.
He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. Timeout called by the defense. 23 seconds left on the clock. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. Quickly complete. Timeout is called by the defense. 19 ticks remaining.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense. Because today they...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The defense will use a timeout here. There are 16 seconds left to play. Now 3rd and long and trying to play catch-up in more ways than one after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Morton. Here's a heat. Quickly complete. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Trying to convert. Illinois comes to the line. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. And this will fall incomplete, and they'll turn it over on downs.
And these aren't easy situations for these offenses, man. It's a known passing situation. The defense is playing coverage. Nowhere to go with the football, forces the incompletion, and this one is all but over.
Complete to the right. Got room to work. Racing to the right. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry on top of the sundae. Just complete and utter dominance in this one. Outplayed their opponent and took care of business.
Yeah, total domination in all 3 phases of the game. Offense, defense, and special teams. This team came ready to play, and man, it was pedal to the metal right from the opening kickoff.
And that's how you like it. Forget the close games, forget the heartbreakers, this play could decide it. Just frying pan, meat face, ball game over.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.